Good evening and namaskar. On behalf of UCO Bank, I welcome all media personnel, UCO Bank management and zonal heads connected across the country in this UCO Bank virtual press meet. We are here to talk about the Q4 and annual financial result of the financial year 2024-25. Today's press meet is attended by UCO Bank Managing Director and CEO Shri Ashwini Kumar ji, Executive Director Shri Rajendra Kumar Saboo ji, Executive Director Shri Vijay Kumar Kamble ji. Press meet will be addressed by our MD and CEO sir, followed by question and answer session. This press meet is being conducted through a moderator and all media person will be on the listen mode only for a smooth and uninterrupted session. Please use the raise hand feature to ask the question and the queries. Now I invite our MD and CEO Shri Ashwini Kumar ji for his opening remarks. Thank you and over to you sir.
Thank you, Mr. Amit. Very good afternoon to all friends from media, print media, electronic media, digital media. I am happy to share that today our bank board has approved financial results for the quarter ended March 25 and the full year financial year ended 24-25. Overall business of the bank has grown by 14.12%, that is around 5,13,527 crore. The business growth was supported by the deposit growth of 11.56% and advances growth of 17.72%. Within deposit, our saving deposit grew by 5.06% and current deposits grew by 18.47%. Bank overall CASA ratio was 37.97%. Out of total advances, growth of 17.72%. Retail grew by 35.09%. Agriculture grew by 20%. MSME grew by 18.55%. Out of retail, 35% growth. Home loan grew by 18% and the vehicle loan grew by 59%. In agriculture, the growth came from Agri Infra Fund, SHG and Gold Loan. Coming to the asset quality, the gross NPA of the bank reduced by 77 bips to 2.69%. Net NPA improved by 39 bips to 0.50%. PCR improved by 131 bips to 96.69%. Tangible PCR, that is excluding TWO account, improved by 704 pips on a YOY basis to 81.95, that is 82%. Now coming to the profitability, the net interest income of the bank grew around 19% on a YOY basis. Non-interest income grew by 35% on a YOY basis. Domestic NIM improved to 3.29%, that is 17 bips on a YOY basis improvement. Global NIM improved by 16 bips to 3.08% on a YOY basis. The NIM improvement was supported by improvement in the yield on advances. Domestic and global, domestic yield improved to 8.89% and global yield improved to 8.55%. Operating profit of the bank for the quarter ended March 25 was 1,699 crore, that is a growth of around 33.48% on a YOY basis. On a full year basis, the growth was 32% and operating profit for the full year was 6,037 crore. Coming to profitability, profit for the quarter ended March 25 was 653 crore, registering a growth of 24% on a YOY basis, and net profit for the year as a whole, full year, was 2,445 crore, that is a growth of 48% on a YOY basis. This was on profitability parameters. Coming to the guidance which we have given at the start of the financial year, deposit growth we have given a guidance of 8 to 10%. Our actual growth is 11.56%. CASA growth we have given a guidance of 8 to 10%. Our growth is 6.71%, slightly lower than our guidance. Credit growth, our guidance was 12 to 14%. now our actual growth is 17.72%. CASA, we have given a guidance of 37 to 38%. Our CASA is at 37.91%. RAM percentage, we have given a guidance of 60 to 62%. Actual RAM percentage as on March 25 is 62.73%. CD ratio, we have a given guidance of 74 to 75%. Our actual CD ratio is 74.94%. Credit cost, we have given a guidance of less than 1%. Credit cost is 0.87%, well within the guidance. NIM global, we have given a guidance of 3 to 3.10. Actual NIM is 3.17%. GNPA, we have given a guidance of less than 3%. Actual and gross NPA is 2.69%. Net NPA guidance was less than 0.6%. Actual net NPA is 0.50%. Slippage ratio, our guidance was 1 to 1.25%. Actual slippage for the year as a whole is 0.92%. Total recovery and upgradation, our guidance was 3,000 crore. Actual recovery and upgradation including TWO everything is 4,427 crore. In most of the parameters we have surpassed our guidance. Now coming to the outlook for the growth outlook for the next year, we are planning a deposit growth of 10 to 12%, CASA growth of 8 to 10%, credit growth again 12 to 14%, CASA ratio we will try to keep between 37 to 38%, RAM percentage 61 to 63%, CD ratio 75 to 77%, credit cost less than 1%, NIM global in the range of 2.9 to 3%, GNPA less than 2.5%, net NPA less than 0.35%, slippage ratio in the band of 1 to 1.25%, and recovery and upgradation in the range of 2,200 to 2,700 crore. This was our guidance. Now coming to various initiatives which the bank has taken in the last financial year and achievements. First and foremost, last year our board has given approval for raising capital. After obtaining approval from the Government of India, we launched QIP of rupees 2,000 crore in the month of March, and we successfully raised the 2,000 crore of QIP. And we thank you our investors who have shown a good amount of interest in our bank. Now in this financial year, board has approved capital raising plan for the current year also to 2,700 crore of capital raising at face value. So 270 crore shares of rupees 10 each has been approved by the board, which will be going to the AGM for final approval. And then we will be going for the capital raising. With the last year capital raising, bank shareholding of the Government of India has come down to around 90%. Capital adequacy of the bank with the capital raising and plus the deposit plus the profit for the current year added back is now at 18.49%. That is a good amount of growth capital is available with the bank. Board has also approved dividend, and that will be again recommended dividend for the current year at 3.90% as against 2.80% last year. So we will be coming to the AGM for the final approval for declaration of dividend. These were the financial approvals and all these things which happened in our board meeting today. Now the initiatives which bank took last year, I will just briefly touch about those initiatives and also the progress on those initiatives. Last year in September, bank started a project Parivartan, which was mainly on account of digitization of our products and services, and as of now around 14 journeys have already been digitized, and bank had kept a target of around 6,000 crore of digital business through these journeys in the current financial year, and the bank has surpassed the digital business target for the current financial year and achieved 6,100 crore plus digital business from various liability and asset digital journeys. In this current this quarter and the next quarter, we are planning another 14 journeys which will be implemented by September. And initially we have kept 25 journeys, but we may end up with 30 journeys by the half year ended 30th September 25. Another important achievement which bank did, Honorable FM in the last year budget has announced cash flow based lending to MSMEs. So the bank implemented cash flow based lending to MSMEs by launching various products. One is GST Smart and MSME Smart, which is totally digital cash flow based lending. And bank also launched Shishu Mudra, Kishore Mudra and Tarun. So all these journeys were digitally launched, and bank has done a business of around 200 crore by giving credit to 2,617 customers in these journeys. There are many journeys which we are now planning in this current financial year. Bank has also introduced WhatsApp banking in the last year, and the WhatsApp banking base has been improving on a quarter-on-quarter basis. We have also improved our offerings on the WhatsApp banking. Now 43 services are active as on date. In the last quarter, March quarter, we have added 6 new offerings in WhatsApp banking business. Our mobile banking journey, mobile banking adoption has also been improving, and there is a growth of around 100% over the last year active customer base in this current financial year. Bank has also launched, revamped its chatbot and rebranded chatbot. Uday was launched, and here around 16 account related services have been made available, and general services 14. So total 30 services are available on this our chatbot, and there are 3 more journeys in the pipeline on our Uday chatbot. To combat this problem of money mule accounts, bank has implemented a pulse alert monitoring system. Our bank has also integrated with I4C so that the real-time data can flow to the bank, and money of our customers who have been defrauded can be saved to the best possible manner at immediate basis. Bank is also in the process of launching robotic process automation in various services. That project is also being taken up by the bank. During the current year, bank has planned IT investment of around 1,000+ crore on various projects which have already been initiated in the last financial year and which are planned for this financial year as well. To enhance our offerings to MSME, bank has launched around 11 new MSME schemes in last financial year, and now in this financial year bank will be launching cluster based new schemes to enhance our approach or reach to the MSME and affordability to the MSME segment. Bank has also launched a project for improving the ambience of our outlets, our branches, and we are in the process, and more than around our initial assessment that we will be taking up around 250 to 350 branches for renovation and uplift or the facelift which are not in a good condition. That also will be taken up. I think these were the initiatives which I wanted to share with you. Yes, bank will also on IT side there are many projects which bank is taking up now. Will be automating our foreign exchange operations through FXPC. Will be bringing identity and access management system. Will be consolidating our data center. Our enterprise document management system will be implementing. We'll be setting up a comprehensive testing setup and near DR at Kolkata also. So these are the few initiatives in IT which we will be taking up. CBDC is also now in final stages. Testing is going on, and we will be launching CBDC in this quarter. Our forex treasury solution, which we have started the project last year, we have tied up with the taken a forex treasury solution of Murex. That will also be up and running in this financial year, somewhere in the third quarter and the third quarter. To garner CASA, bank has launched number of products or revamped number of products in the last financial year for each segment, each walk of life, maybe student, maybe females, salaried employee or non-salaried employee, and that offerings will continue to improve our offerings in the current financial year also. Bank will also be launching now cash management services, supply chain financing, that is also in the pipeline. To enhance our visibility, bank has also tied up with various e-commerce like Amazon, Flipkart, our Book My Show, Swiggy, to enhance our visibility on various channels, platforms. So this is what I wanted to share with you all. So now we are open for your question and answers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for initial remarks. Now invite the media persons to raise their question or queries. If you have any question, please raise your hand. My team will unmute you. Mr. Sachin Kumar. Mr. Sachin Kumar from Financial Express. Mr. Sachin Kumar.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, Sachin, please go ahead.
Sir, you have given the outlook for credit. It's around 12 to 14%. Can you help me with this outlook for deposit also? And on the credit side, which are the sectors you think which will be driving this demand for credit? And on the deposit side, last year was marked by the struggle to mobilize deposits. What do you think? What is your outlook? What is the situation on the ground? So how would it be this year for banks in terms of raising deposits?
See, deposit growth outlook is around 10 to 12%, which I have shared. And last year, our growth, though our guidance was 8 to 10%, our growth was more than 11% last financial year. Right? If I have to talk about the availability of deposit in the market, earlier periods there was a lot of cash tightness in the market because of the liquidity issue. Now, with the initiatives taken by Reserve Bank of India in the last 2-3 months, cash liquidity position has improved a lot. Deposit is reasonably available. It is not that deposit is not available. The only challenge is that at what rate deposit is available. So we are looking at raising the deposit at a competitive rate, but not at the rate which exorbitant rate which we cannot pass on to our customers. So I think the deposit growth of 10 to 12% which we have estimated for the current financial year is very well within reach and achievable. Last year our deposit growth was lower, though it was over our estimates or the guidance. There were two reasons. One, our CD ratio was lower in the previous year and we wanted to improve our CD ratio. So one way was to lend and to raise deposit on a slower note so that our CD ratio improves and we use our cash which is available with us. So that is the reason. So now coming to the credit growth sector wise, if you look at our credit growth of sector wise in this current financial year, our growth has been across segments like retail, agri, MSME. Within retail, our housing loan growth is there around 18%, our vehicle loan growth is around 59%, MSME growth is around 18-19%, agriculture growth. So in the same proportion we will continue to grow. We will not concentrate on one particular product. So we will continue to grow in housing, vehicle and education These are the 3-4 segments we will continue to grow in retail. In agri, our agriculture investment, allied agriculture activities, SHG, gold loan, these will be the 3-4 levers. And in MSME, medium and small enterprise and micro enterprise, these are the 3-4. So the overall growth in various segments will be proportionate. Corporate, our growth was around 12 to 13% this last financial year. So if the opportunities are there, we will continue to grow at this rate, 12 to 14% in corporate segment as well.
Right, sir. Thank you so much. I'll come back for a follow-up.
Thank you, Sachin.
Okay, thank you, Sachin. Now I'm inviting a representative from Delhi, Thandi from Chennai. Okay, next moving to Mr. Mithun Dasgupta. Mithun Dasgupta.
Audible?
Yeah, audible.
Yeah, Mithunda.
Yes, sir. Actually, as per the last financial year results, UCO Bank retail advances growth shows the best in the industry. For that, we should have to appreciate really. And one more thing, let me know the growth towards the corporate advances. You have any plans, sir?
Sorry,
Hello?
we lost you. Growth in corporate.
No. My question is very simple. You have any special plans for the growth towards the corporate advances? Why? Because I'm asking. It's really wonderful. Your results, the last year results shows the best in the industry for the bank retail advances.
See, if you look at our growth in advances in various segment of advances, our corporate also grew this year around 13%. So we have given a guidance of 13%, 12 to 14% overall growth in credit. And the corporate credit also grew by 13%, 12.52%. So we'll continue to grow in corporate credit whenever the opportunities and pricing is beneficial to the bank.
Okay.
Sometimes there are challenges in the pricing. So we don't want to compromise on the pricing front. Wherever bankable and competitive pricing offers are available, we'll definitely look at those proposals going forward also. And last year also, we have done a good number of proposals. Some of the accounts we have taken the money also because the pricing was not as comfortable as we would love to have. So both ways it worked. But overall growth was around 13%. So we'll continue to grow around 12 to 14% in corporate book also in the next year. And we are getting number of proposals from various sectors like renewables, iron and steel also, and educational institution also. So cement also. So these sectors are getting in HAM projects also. So infra, renewables, everywhere the interest is there. Only thing is if we are able to get right price, definitely we'll go for it.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Super.
Okay, thank you.
Please, sir, Mithun this side.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mithun.
Yeah. So, sir, what are the factors that contributed? First of all, congratulations for the good set of numbers. So,
Thank you.
what are the factors that contributed to the net profit growth? First, and second, that on the QIP, so you raised 2,000 crore QIP, and that resulted in the government stake down to 90.95% from 95.39 in December quarter. So, what is your plan to decrease the government stake further in this current financial year?
So thank you, Mithunda. See, if you look at the profit, there are 3-4 contributors of profit. One is our growth in advances, and which have resulted in our improvement in net interest income. And another contributor to the net interest income is the contained cost of deposit or cost of funds also. So we have very meticulously worked on our deposit cost also throughout the year. And as a result, we were able to contain that deposit cost. So we have worked on improving our yield on advances. Apart from the growth in advances, and also to contain the cost of deposit by putting not excessive reliance on the bulk deposit. So these are the two factors which contributed to NIM, right? And in profitability, we also have the impact of our non-interest income. If you look at our non-interest income also grew this quarter and year as a whole. So non-interest income for the quarter as a quarter to quarter growth, if you see, there is a fee-based income growth is around 17.52% in a quarter to quarter basis. On a yearly basis, there is a 22% growth in fee-based income. If you look at overall non-interest income, including recovery from written off accounts, everything, our quarter on quarter increase was 17%, but yearly growth was 35%. So these are the contributors of our profitability in this current year and year as a whole. Year as a whole, our profitability improved, as you have seen, from 1,487 crore, from 16
1,600 to 2,000.
Our profitability for the last year was 1,654 crore and current year it is 2,445 crore. So that is a growth of 48% on a YOY basis. So these are the contributors. One, the advances growth, contained cost of deposits, improved yield on advances, improved fee-based income, improved non-interest income. So these are the contributors.
That's great.
Yeah, QIP. Sorry, QIP. QIP. Our government holding is slightly above 90. So our plan for the current financial year, our board has already recommended we will be taking it to the annual general meeting for raising QIP in this financial year by QIP or any other mode to reduce our government holding. So board has already approved. Now we will be taking to the AGM this to raise to bring it to 75%, below 75%. Board has approved a capital raising plan of issuing 270 crore shares of ₹10 each. So the face value is 2,700 crore. So again, it depends upon the market conditions. What will be the right conditions at what time to come to the market to raise the money? That will be again. Decision will be taken at that particular point of time.
I mean, how much would you like to bring down the government shareholding for this?
That is below. That is RBI SEBI guidelines is less than 75%. So 25% has to be with the public.
So do you see that this fiscal it could possible?
Definitely, if the market conditions support, this is possible because last year we have already raised 2,000 crore. So this is also possible. We'll go in tranches. We'll not go in one go. We'll go in tranches.
Okay, thank you, sir. I will come back in queue.
Okay, thank you, Mithunji. Now moving towards Mr. Kumud Das from Deccan Herald. Mr. Kumud Das. Okay, next is
Mr. Kumud Das.
now representative from Anand Bazar Patrika. Anand Bazar. Mr. Prajanda from Anand Bazar. You have raised the hand. Okay. Now Pushpita Day from Outlook Business. Pushpita Day from Outlook Business.
Hello, I am audible, Pragyanando here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Okay, I just want to clarify one thing. You said that the 270 crore shares will sell to the for QIP, or you will go for the follow-on issue?
See, we have board has given approval for all sorts of arrangements, QIP, follow on or offer for sale or whatever. So whatever way is feasible, that will be done. So this is the 270 crore shares, that is 2700 crore face value. Board has given approval, which will be taking to the HCM by any mode which is convenient and as per the market conditions.
So, are you planning it to issue in the current fiscal?
Yeah, this is the approval is for the current fiscal 25-26.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now inviting Mr. Harsh from Business Standard from New Delhi. Mr. Harsh. Mr. Harsh, I am repeating. Okay, now moving to Pushpit. Yeah, please, Harsh ji.
Pushpita.
Okay, now inviting Pushpita Day. Yeah, Harsh, please continue.
So, sir, my question, two questions, sir. So, one is, since you said that you have planned to raise around 2,700 crore this financial year. So, how much in percentage you are expecting stake dilution at that type of government? Because market will change per day. So, at that time, how much you are expecting? Number two, since you have said that couple of initiatives which FM announced in the budget related to the MSME sector. So can we also expect at your bank level to open more MSME centric branches this financial year? How much currently UCO have specifically dedicated to the MSME sector? Sir.
See, thank you. See, at current prices, if we are able to raise money in this financial year, then our government holding will be less than 75%. This is the number one. Number two, MSME centric, we have already opened 43 MSME hubs across the country and 12 more. So 55. So already 55 MSME hubs have been opened across the country. And depending upon the requirement from various centers, if required, we are very much open to open new MSME centers at different locations also in this current financial year. So 55 are already open.
Sir, one more question, sir, related to recovery, sir. How much recovery ECO has made this financial year, and from NARCL and NCLT, and how much do you are expecting overall for this FY26?
See, overall recovery which we have in this financial year, just give me a second. In last financial year, we had a total recovery of 4,429 crore. This was again, if you recollect earlier, last quarter also we received some good amount of recovery in one particular account. This quarter also, we were expecting one recovery in June quarter, but that also account got resolved and we got recovery in this quarter. So as a result, our recovery target for the current year was 3,000 crore. Against that 3,000 crore, we achieved 4,400 crore. Because two accounts which were expecting in the 25-26, they got resolved earlier and we got the money in this financial year itself. So the next financial year, we are expecting around 2,200 to 2,500 crore of recovery from NPA accounts.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Harsh. Now requesting Pushpita Day from Outlook.
Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yes. So you mentioned about that 11 new MSME schemes have been launched in the last financial year. There were also proposals of PSU banks getting into tie-ups with fintech for MSME loans. Do you have any plans to get into co-lending with fintech for MSME loans in the upcoming quarters. Also, RBI has proposed banks to get into co-lending with each other. So, in terms of co-lending, are you planning to get into co-lending with any other PSU banks or private banks in the coming quarters?
See, currently we have already entered into a co-lending arrangement with 7 co-lending partners we are already having. And further, we'll continue to evaluate as the proposal comes in this current financial year also. So 7 co-lending arrangements are already in place where we are already doing business now. And we have done a business of around 2,000 crore through this co-lending arrangement.
2,000 crore only for MSME through co-lending, right?
Yeah, MSME.
Okay, so the co-lending with fintech, you have disbursed around 2,000 crore.
See, it's not only fintech, there are fintech plus other NBFCs also. It is a common number. So we have already entered into tie-up co-lending arrangement with various units or the institutions. So current year also, wherever the co-lending opportunities are available, which where our products are acceptable or we accept as per our banking norms and policy guidelines. So there we will enter into a new co-lending arrangement also.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now inviting Priyashmita Datta from Informatics Media.
Sir, this is Priyashmita from Informist. Sir,
Yeah.
just wanted to clarify one thing that, sir, with the 2,000 crore QIP that you did in FY25, your shareholding came down by about 5%. So, sir, I mean, the 2,700 amount that has been approved in this year, would that help the bank in reducing the government shareholding by 20% in FY25, FY26?
See, this 2,000, number is 2,000 crore of QIP. That includes premium also.
Okay.
So issue was done at 34.27. So this approval of 270 crore shares is at face value.
Right.
So when we will we'll go at a premium, what is at the market determined rate as per SEBI guidelines. So the final rate will be decided at that point of time. Currently, we have raised money at 34.27 rupees.
Okay.
So what we talked about, the board approval is only basically the face value of shares.
Okay.
Right. So
Yeah.
going by that, with the current pricing, it will be 75%.
Okay. And sir, I just had another question. You mentioned about the launch of CBDC in this quarter. Just wanted to know, because you were already in a pilot of retail CBDC, if you can just share briefly your initial findings from the pilot.
Yeah. Anything?
Launch करेंगे अभी launch.
The pilot is in the launch stage. Pilot will be launching now. It is already testing and everything is done.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, thank you, madam. Now again inviting Mr. Kumud Das, Deccan.
Yeah, am I?
Yes, please.
Am I audible?
Please.
Yes, Kumud.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. And I'm in congratulations for, sir. I'm in good result, financial result.
Thank you.
Hello. Sir, my
Thank you.
question is, my question is, Jan Dhan deposits have grown, risen to 2.63 lakh crore. So what is your bank's contribution in this?
Yeah, just give me a second. Jan Dhan deposit. See, our total Jan Dhan account and the amount contribution in Jan Dhan account is around 6,000 crore. And numbers, I'll give you a second. I'll give you the numbers also.
Number of accounts?
Number of account is 1 crore 49 lakh.
Okay.
And amount is
Around
6,061.
Okay, got it, sir. And sir, second question is, generative AI to drive productivity gains up to 46% in Indian banking operations by 2030. This is a report by EY. So could you kindly throw some light on this, sir?
See, we are in the process of figuring out the use cases of AI in our processes. Various use cases we are identifying, and hopefully in this year there will be number of areas where we will be using Gen AI, like in customer service area, like in customer service area. Pardon, sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you continue, sir? Yes, sir.
Yeah, like in customer service area, customer complaint, then our lead generation, then predictive analysis of the customer's behavior about default, recovery, prospective customers, where cross-sell opportunities are there, and in our business processes also, where we can reduce our workflow. So number of use cases we are working, and hopefully in this financial year we will be coming out with our AI use cases also, and then we start implementing one by one.
Oh, last question, sir. The recruitment, what is the recruitment front, sir? How many headcounts you are looking at this year?
Sorry, come.
Headcount.
Recruitment.
Yes.
Plan.
Plan for recruitment.
Yeah, for current fiscal. Yes, sir.
So we are planning 850 of LBUs also, na? Local bank officers, which government has come out with a scheme, 800 of total is 815 clerical customer service associate also.
Sir. Total, sir?
And
Total?
customer service associates, generalist officers in IT, then agriculture field officers, then specialists in IT, credit, forex. So all those areas will be coming out around 850 plus is our plan.
Okay, got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, Pragati Dubey from Yuva Shakti. Okay, anyone want to raise their hand if they have to ask the questions? Please raise your hand.
Pawan Bajaj.
Mr. Pawan Bajaj. Mr. Pawan Bajaj. Mr. Pawan Bajaj. Please unmute Mr. Pawan Bajaj.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ.
Yes.
हाँ जी बजाज साहब.
हेलो.
मैं
हाँ जी बजाज साहब बोलिए.
छत्तीसगढ़ से बोल रहा हूँ.
जी बोलिए फ्रॉम छत्तीसगढ़.
पूर्वोत्तर भारत में यूको बैंक एकमात्र बैंक है जिसका मुख्यालय है. आपने काफी प्रोग्रेस और फ्यूचर प्लान दिए हैं. पूर्वोत्तर भारत के लिए आपका क्या कोई अलग से इस साल के लिए कोई नया प्लान है?
देखिए, पूर्वोत्तर भारत में हमारा मुख्यालय है और पूर्वोत्तर भारत के लिए हमेशा हमारा एक इम्पोर्टेंट सेगमेंट है जहाँ पे हम लोगों की बहुत सारी ब्रांचें हैं. जहाँ पे यदि हम पूर्वोत्तर भारत में देखें तो हमारे पास जो अभी हमारा जो एक्सपेंशन प्लान भी है, जहाँ पे हम लोग कुछ ब्रांचें नहीं खोलेंगे. जिस एरिया में अभी ब्रांचें नहीं है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे हम लोग कुछ ब्रांचें भी खोलेंगे. और जो यहाँ पे हम क्लस्टर स्पेसिफिक स्कीम्स भी कुछ बना रहे हैं जो एमएसएमई के तहत जो पूर्वोत्तर भारत के क्लस्टर्स हैं उनके लिए कुछ एमएसएमई की स्कीम्स भी लेके आएंगे हम. तो यहाँ के सेक्शन को सर्व करने के लिए हमेशा बैंक अपनी एक नीति रखेगा, अग्रणी नीति रखेगा.
हेलो, कितनी नई शाखाएं खोलेंगे आप?
देखिए, अभी जो हमारा प्लान है तकरीबन टोटल पूरे देश भर में 100 से 150 ब्रांचें खोलने का है. और पूर्वोत्तर भारत में अभी एनालिसिस करना है, अभी टोटल कहाँ पे कितनी खुलेंगी, इस आंकड़ा अभी देना मुश्किल है, अभी कितनी ब्रांचें हम पूर्वोत्तर भारत में खोलेंगे। लेकिन जब हम ब्रांचें खोलेंगे तो लास्ट ईयर में भी हमने कुछ ब्रांचें पूर्वोत्तर भारत में खोली हैं। जैसे मैं आपको बताऊं, पिछले 2 साल का आंकड़ा बताता हूं तो हमने अरुणाचल प्रदेश में भी 2 ब्रांचें खोली हैं, अपना असम में भी 7 खोली हैं, और
नागालैंड में 2
खोली हैं हमने, और सिक्किम में 1 खोली है, त्रिपुरा में भी 1 खोली है, वेस्ट बंगाल में हमने 15-20 खोली हैं पिछले 3 साल में। तो इस तरह से हर साल ब्रांचें कुछ ना कुछ खुलती रहती हैं, डिपेंड करता है वहां पे बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी कितनी है।
धन्यवाद।
ओके,
Hello.
धन्यवाद।
हेलो।
हाँ जी,
हाँ, बोलिए।
अच्छा,
हाँ, बोलिए प्रजानंदा जी, सोमानंद बच्चर।
अच्छा, you said that your recovery was 4,429 crore last year, that is 24-25.
जी, yes.
24-25. Okay, what was the slippage and what was the write-off figure?
See, slippage for the current year,
476 quarter.
476 नहीं है ना, 480.
87.
Slippage for the current quarter is 487 and write-off is 245 crore.
But that is for the quarter.
Quarter, yes.
That is for the last quarter, fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, yes.
245 crore
Yes.
write-off. Achha,
Yes.
and you said that recruitment, you are going for recruitment of 850 officers, isn't?
850 total employees, which include customer service associate also.
Acha. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now inviting Preeti Sharma from Wama, Delhi. Preeti Sharma.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, madam.
Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, as you know, we represent the women's organization. So just I wanted to know how many women candidates you have promoted as GM and DGM in annual process.
See, we are yet to come out with a result because there was no vacancy as on 1st April. So
Okay.
This process is still on. As and when the vacancies are there, then we'll come to know.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Preeti. Now inviting Pragati Dubey again. Pragati Dubey from Yuva Shakti.
Is I'm audible?
Yeah, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, please ask your question. Amish is unmute. Yeah, okay.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि आप लोग कस्टमर्स के लिए और क्या वो आपके साथ और फ्रीली जुड़ पाए इसके लिए क्या पॉलिसीज है?
देखिए, कस्टमर्स को जोड़ने के लिए एक तो हमने पिछले साल शुरू किया था टैप बैंकिंग से, ताकि हम कस्टमर के स्थान पे, घर पे, ऑफिस में या उसके वर्क प्लेस पे, फैक्ट्री पे पहुंच के उसको ब्रांच आने की जरूरत ना पड़े, हम वहीं जाके उसका अकाउंट खोलें। नेक्स्ट हम अब हमारा एक और प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है जिसके अंदर हम टैप बैंकिंग से कस्टमर के पास जाके उसकी ट्रांजैक्शन को भी करें। सो दैट इज आल्सो इन द प्रोसेस। तो ये भी अनदर 1 या 2 महीने में यदि हो जाएगा तो कस्टमर के पास जाके जब भी कस्टमर को कोई एफडी बनानी है, कोई ट्रांसफर करना है, आरटीजीएस, एनईएफटी करनी है, तो वो भी हम उसमें करेंगे। थर्ड हमने जो किया, व्हाट्सएप बैंकिंग के ऊपर कस्टमर को बहुत सारी फैसिलिटीज दी हैं। जो छोटी छोटी चीजों के लिए उसको ब्रांच आना पड़ता था, व्हाट्सएप बैंकिंग से ही अपना क्वेरी करके अपना वो सर्विसेज पा सकता है। इसी तरह से हमने जो हमारा जो चैटबॉट है उसको भी हमने रिवैम्प किया है। बड़ा कस्टमर सेंट्रिक चैटबॉट है जिसके अंदर हमने नंबर ऑफ फैसिलिटीज एनेबल की हैं जो चैटबॉट के थ्रू भी हमारा कस्टमर ले सकता है। फिर हमारा जो कॉल सेंटर है, कॉल सेंटर को भी हमने रिवैम्प करके एक स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट और लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी ओरिएंटेड एआई एनेबल्ड कॉल सेंटर बनाया है, जहां पे कस्टमर कॉल करके भी सर्विसेज ले सकता है। सो उसके अलावा जो ब्रांचेस हैं, ब्रांचेस तो एक उसके पास ऑप्शन है ही है, तो वो भी है। प्लस हम लोग कस्टमर को कन्वीनियंस को ध्यान में रखते हुए हमने अपनी जो मोबाइल ऐप को भी रिवैम्प किया है, ताकि उसको मोबाइल से ट्रांजैक्शन करने में बहुत आसानी रहे, उसको ज्यादा स्ट्रगल ना करना पड़े, नेविगेशन उसकी आसान हो। और आपको जानकर खुशी होगी, कस्टमर को जो नेविगेशन से रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करके हमारी जो ऐप की रेटिंग 4.8 हो गई है, जो पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स में वन ऑफ द बेस्ट रेटिंग है। उसके अलावा कस्टमर्स के लिए हमने स्पेशल स्कीम्स निकाली हैं, चाहे वो रिटेल हो, एग्री हो, एमएसएमई हो, ताकि हर तरह के कस्टमर को हम अपना सर्व कर सकें। तो यदि एजुकेशन लोन चाहिए तो हमारी जो बैंक की सबसे बेस्ट स्कीम्स हैं अवेलेबल। आप एजुकेशन लोन इंडिया में यदि किसी भी स्टूडेंट को पढ़ना है या अब्रॉड पढ़ना है तो वो भी बड़ी अट्रैक्टिव रेट पे है। उनकी कन्वीनियंस के लिए हमने डिजिटल इनिशिएटिव्स लिए हैं, ताकि वो घर बैठे ही अपनी डिजिटल ऑनबोर्डिंग करके लोन ले सकें। तो धीरे धीरे करके हमारी जो डिजिटल ऑफरिंग्स हैं वो सितंबर तक बढ़ के 30 के आसपास हो जाएंगी। अभी हमारी 14 ऑफरिंग्स हैं जो डिजिटल है। मोबाइल बैंकिंग के थ्रू हमारा कस्टमर घर बैठे वो सुविधाएं ले सकता है, चाहे उसको एफडी बनानी हो, आरडी खोलनी हो, एफडी पे लोन लेना हो, ओडी लेना हो एफडी पे, या ओडी की लिमिट का एनहांसमेंट करना हो। ये हमारा बैंक वन ऑफ द फ्यू बैंक्स है जिसने ये फैसिलिटी दी है, जब ओडी की लिमिट को भी आप खुद से ही मैनेज कर सकते हो। आपको अपना अकाउंट ब्लॉक करना है, कोई भी चैनल ब्लॉक करना है ताकि आप फ्रॉड से बच सकें, आपको डेबिट कार्ड को ब्लॉक करना है, तो वो सुविधाएं भी सारी मोबाइल बैंकिंग में कस्टमर को घर बैठे वो अवेलेबल हैं। तो इस तरह से बैंक हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ और फैसिलिटीज़ लाता जाएगा, ताकि कस्टमर को बहुत ज़्यादा फैसिलिटीज़ मिल सके। डोर स्टेप बैंकिंग सर्विसेज भी हैं जो हम सीनियर सिटीज़न को देते हैं, जो आने वाले टाइम पे हम लोग स्लॉट बुकिंग की फैसिलिटी भी कस्टमर को देंगे, ताकि कस्टमर को ब्रांच में आके वेट ना करना पड़े, मोबाइल बैंकिंग से अपना स्लॉट बुक करे, जाके अपना मैनेजर से या ऑफिसर से जिससे मिलना है या लोन वाले से मिलना है, मिलके अपना काम करके वापस आ जाए। तो ये सारी सुविधाएं हम धीरे धीरे करके और उपलब्ध कराएंगे।
Okay, thank you. Now requesting Mr. Malakar, Visheshwar Malakar from PDI. Mr. Malakar from PDI.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, if you can tell us, what is the situation in the quarter about the delinquencies in retail, or how things are in the coming quarters? Do you look forward with the stress is moving up or stress is getting is lower?
See, if you look at
and secondly, it's about fundraising. You know, your government holding has come down to around 91%, 90 point something. So, how much you have raised during the quarter, and what is the plan for the current fiscal?
See, if you look at our slippages during the quarter, our slippages from the retail was 126 crore only, and our if you look at total NPA ratio of retail segment is 0.70 overall against portfolio of 54,000 crore retail portfolio. Our total NPA is 382 crore, so total is 0.70% only. So there is no stress building up in retail. Retail slippages are in the normal course. Overall slippage ratio and the overall NPA ratio of retail segment is 0.7% only. So number one. Number two, fundraising. The last quarter in this last financial year, in March quarter, particularly in the month of March, we raised 2,000 crore from the market through QIP, and that has resulted in reduction in our government holding to 90.9%. Current year, our board has recommended for approval to the AGM for issuing 270 crore shares of ₹10 each, and with the current market prices, that will bring down, if we are able to raise at an opportune time during this financial year, our Government holding will come down below 75%.
Okay, thank you. With this, we come to the end of the press meet. If you have any query or question, you may directly message us or you can mail us. I extend my sincere thanks to all the journalists from print media, electronic media, and digital media for joining UCO Bank press meet. Thanks to our respected MD and CEO, our ADs, our general managers, and our general managers. And I would like to inform you that this press meet will be available on the official YouTube channel of UCO Bank later on. Now, with the permission of our MD and CEO, sir, I would like to conclude this press meet.
Thank you, and I also thank you all our journalists from print, social, print media, digital media, and electronic media for their sparing their time and joining the post press conference for this current for the last financial year 24-25, where today board approved of our results. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you and namaskar.